Hello one, Equipment Warrior, and welcome to my top 10 unique item list. This list is 100% personal, so I only have items I think are the best to use in Path of Exile. And if you have some of your favorite items not in this list, well, please tell me in the comment at least, but not be angry at me. This is just a personal list with items I like, and I hope you like this list. Number 10. Stone of Losever. This amulet is not expensive at all to get, and you can use it in very early game. This amulet will give you 50% chance of block chance is applied to spell. So if you have, let's see, 50% chance to block spells, you will have a 25% chance to block spells. And that is massive, that's really good. And the other effects are not too bad at all. Give you 10 to 15% increased cast speed and give you 30 to 50% more maximum mana. It's a very good amulet for both casters and non-casters. And if you want some spell block on your build, go for this amulet. It's a very good amulet. Number 9. The Searing Torch. The Searing Torch is probably one of the best items you can have if you're making a fire or burn build. It gives massive amount of bonuses to everything we're using fire, and it even have a massive 2+ to fire games in this item. It have a nice increased burning damage, spell damage and fire damage, and even give you some cast speed. And it have a pretty low level, so you can use it when you're leveling up a new character. It's one of that items you can use the entire game and still use in very high endgame maps. It's the best item for every fire or burn build. Number 8. Astramentis. Astramentis is a very good amulet, useful in many ways because with a unique ability give you a massive amount of strength, dexterity and intelligence. Number 7. Searing Axe. These gloves are very powerful. They give you a good amount of intelligence, they give you life, they give you a very good amount of armor, they give you some crit chance, and leeches apply instantly on critical strike. And that's last effect are the reason these gloves are on my list. If you crit something, you will do a massive amount of damage, and because the leech apply instantly, you will get your life or mana back instantly, and that will be a huge amount of life or mana. The only drawback of this item is actually they have no resistance, but you can compensate for that on other gear. And you can call this another drawback. You can only get this by defeating Uber Asiri, and it can't be chanced by a chance orb. So they are very expensive but very powerful. A truly testament to the people who actually defeated Uber Asiri. Number 6. Mjolnir. This item make you to a god basically. You need a massive amount of strength to be able to use it and a massive amount of intelligence to use it. But when you can use this, you're going to have a very powerful melee weapon. Skill chains one extra time when you hit something with a skill which can chain, for example arc. And it have a good amount of lightning damage with weapons, a very good amount actually. And they have 50% chance to cast socket lightning spells. So every spell which are tagged spell and lightning will be able to be in this item, and it will cast automatically when you hit an enemy. And that's a very powerful thing. And don't forget to have Iron Will together with this item, because you need a huge amount of strength, which will make your lightning spell with this item even more powerful. It's a ridiculous fun item to have, and I highly recommend checking out some of these builds with using this item. They are very fun to watch. Number 5. The Bringer of Rain. The Bringer of Rain give you basically a 7-linked item, because you get for free a melee physical damage, a faster attack and a blind. In addition to it, can already have 4 sockets. Besides that, it gives you a massive amount of evasion rating, armor, it gives you flat physical damage, it gives you a really good amount of life, you gain a chance to get endurance charges when you block, and you gain a 15% chance to block when wearing this helmet. But you have to suffer for this. You cannot use a chest armor. You can still have a chest armor on you, but the stats will be ignored. And I almost forget to mention, it even have the extra gore effect on the helmet. Number 4. Linear's Glare. Linear's Glare have a very fast attack speed and a very high physical damage. It also have a really good amount of mana as well. But the best ability it have, it can't miss its targets. You don't need resolute technique or any type of accuracy by using this bow. So this bow I highly recommending to every crit build who's going to use a bow. Number 3. Soultaker Axe. This axe is very powerful. It gives you a massive amount of physical damage. It gives you a good amount of attack speed. It gives you cold resist, because why not? But the biggest thing it gives you, insufficient mana doesn't prevent your melee attacks. So that means you don't need mana anymore when you're using this weapon. You can use whatever melee skill you want and don't need mana, and you don't need blood magic. You can just attack and attack and attack and never stop. And the last effect it has, your physical damage can shield enemies. It's a very good thing. So this axe is pretty much the best thing you can have if you're a one-handed melee character. There are axes which are more powerful, rare axes which do more damage, but none of them have this unique ability. This is by far the best one-handed weapon you can have in the entire game, if you ask me. Number 2. Searing Wrapping. This item is amazing. It gives you a good amount of energy shield, it gives you some lightning resistance, and it gives you an enemy take lightning damage when they hit you. But that's not the big thing. The big thing is it's a really good effect. It has chaos damage, does not bypass energy shield. That means if you get hit by chaos damage, your life is not in danger. The chaos damage will damage your energy shield, but not your life. In normal circumstances, chaos damage bypass energy shield. So if you had very low life, but you have very high energy shield, if you get hit by chaos damage, you will die even if you have a lot of energy shield. But this item fixes that problem, and that means that you can reserve all your life almost, and almost all your mana in auras, and still be able to be safe by having a high energy shield. So this item opens up for many fun builds with using low life to get pain attunement, for example, and using brightness fire and various items which benefits from having low life. It's a very powerful item. Number 1. Calm's Heart Glorious Plate. This armor do not have any sockets and can't have any sockets, but it gives you a massive amount of life, and the new version even gives you increased fire damage. The legacy version gives you 1000 more life, and the new version gives you 500 more life and a good amount of fire damage. It's a very powerful item still, even if not is as powerful as it used to be. It's still one of the best in slots armor you can have in the entire game. And the new version is probably even better to brightness fire than it was before. It's a very powerful item, and the best item in Path of Exile, if you ask me.